Algebra I 12.3a, Linear Function Word Problems. Take a look at this graph here. This is the graph of the equation y equals x plus 3. And you can see that it's written in slope-intercept form, the equation. And for each value of x on this graph is one value for y. So if x is negative 3, then y is at 0. If x is at negative 2, then y is at 1. See, there's one value. So the equation y equals x plus 3 defines a function, which we call a linear function. And that means we can write the equation using function notation as f of x equals x plus 3. So look at the word linear, and you can see the word line in it. See that? That means it's going to make a line. All right? Our function is going to make a line. That's all it means. A function f defined by an equation of the form y equals mx plus b, where m and b are real numbers. That's the slope and the y-intercept, isn't it? It's a linear function, and it can be written f of x equals mx plus b. See? Slope-intercept form. When the domain of a linear function is the set of real numbers, the graph is a line. Okay? So let's take a look at these word problems here. The amount of antifreeze needed to protect a car's radiator from freezing to a temperature of negative 18 degrees Celsius is about half the total capacity of the radiator. How much antifreeze is needed to protect a radiator that can hold 15 liters? So we think, how much antifreeze is needed for 15 liters? About half. So we're going to let x equal the radiator's capacity, that's the 15 liters, and y is going to equal the amount of antifreeze needed, about half. So now we can write this as an equation. So now we have y, which is the amount needed, equals half times the capacity. See? That's how much is needed, and it equals half times the capacity. We can see for one value of x is only one value of y, so this is a function. And we can write it in function notation as f of x equals half of x. Now, if you don't see right away that it's a function, try plugging some values in, starting with 1 for x, and half times 1 is a half, so that would be a half, and that would be a 1. If this were a 2, it would be 2 times a half, then that would be a 1, and you'd see that for each value of x is one value of y. Make a little function table to help yourself. And we can substitute the 15 for the x here to find the amount of antifreeze needed. So we would need half times 15, or 7.5 liters. See? A taxi ride costs $1. Starting fee plus 75 cents per mile. So just getting into the taxi, you already pay $1 without even going anywhere, and then it's 75 cents per mile. So how much does a 10-mile trip cost? Well, we're going to let C be the cost, we're going to let M be the miles, and we're going to write an equation as a function. So instead of f of x, because we have cost and miles, we're going to put C of M. See how I did that? And the cost of the miles is going to equal the $1 plus the 75 cents per mile. And if the mileage is 10, then it's $1 plus 75 cents times 10, or $1 plus $7.50, or $8.50. See how I got that? So we can use any letters for the variables. H of x could mean the height of x. H of x could mean hours of x. If we have fabric that's $2 per foot and we're getting 5 feet, f of x is $2x times the x. We could also say the cost of the fabric and the feet. See? So have C of f. See how we did that? That would be $2 times the 5 feet. See? That would be $10. That would be the C of f, or the f of x. Same thing. So it doesn't matter what variables we use as long as they are written in function notation. See? How about this one? This is an easy one. A phone costs $8 per month plus 10 cents per text message. So how much is the bill for 1 month if 40 text messages were sent? So here's the cost, and here's the messages. So it's $8 plus 10 cents times each message. So that's 40 messages. So we've got $8 plus 10 cents times 40, or $4, so it's $12. See? That's the cost. That's the messages. Okay? Wasn't that easy? Just make sure that each value of x is assigned to one value of y. All right? Our next video, 12.3b, we're going to talk about what is an interval graph. And if you want to go to any of the previous videos or helpful videos for this chapter so far, all about functions, you can click on the description and go right to them very easily. And there's a link to my grade 8 math playlist for chapter 6 that talks about functions, and I might explain it in a different way. And there's also going to be a link to set builder notation, which is how we write the answer for our function equations. If they have an infinite amount of answers, we write it in set builder notation. And there'll be a link to slope-intercept form, which is what this is, right? So if you're lost about that, there'll be links in this description that you could just click on it and do a really quick review. Because I know that was like chapter 7 and chapter 9, and we're way into chapter 12, and you may have forgotten because it's kind of hard to remember all of this stuff, okay? So keep your chin up, keep trying. We're going to make it. We've only got one more chapter after this. We've got chapter 13, and we're done with Algebra 1, so we're almost there, all right? I'll see ya. Bye.